Are you planning to move to Cary, North Carolina? Well, before you make that decision, you might want to hear what Cary's all about first. What's up, family? It's Roney Polynice here. If this is your first time on this channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. And while I have your attention, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, the bell, and so you are notified every time I do a video, sharing with you exactly what it's like to live, eat, sleep, play, all in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, just as much as I enjoy making these videos for you, I am a licensed realtor here, so that number that you see popping up right there, make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, email, day or night, heck, maybe even on the weekends. Always remember one thing: I got your back in this market. Now, let's get into it and discuss the town of Cary. There are a lot of reasons why someone would choose to move to Cary, North Carolina, whether it's for the area, the great schools, the weather, the convenience to being close to RTP, Raleigh, Durham, in fact, the airport as well. Or maybe it's the fact that Cary was actually ranked as the best place to raise a family. And we can't forget this one, when it was ranked the #1 safest city in the United States. But let's talk a little bit more about the location in depth. I really want you guys to take a look at the map here and see how close it is to everything I kind of just mentioned above. Just to reiterate, RTP, downtown Raleigh, the airport, and then you also have the accessibility that you have to one of the major highways, I-40. So what does that really mean? It's going to mean your commute time is going to be relatively quick, or at least it should be quick, depending on where exactly in Cary, but you know that you can get on and off the highway relatively quick in terms of if you are moving to that Cary, North Carolina area. Although I do want to mention, as close as Cary, North Carolina is to Raleigh, it does not give you that city feel that you may be looking for. In fact, it is more of a town feel. The official name of Cary is actually Town of Cary. So yes, kind of put those two together. Now, from my personal opinion and from my perspective, it is a town. It does have a ton of things that you can do there, so it's not going to lack that. It's not like your rural areas where you're going to have just a ton of land and just animals and all that nature. You guys kind of know, right? So I just want to make that very clear so that when you do see Town of Cary, you don't get extremely confused, like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? Yes, yeah, that's fine. I didn't know everybody was standing up. Yeah, no worries.
Where you standing up here?
Say it again.
You're standing up here.
Mm-hmm.
Taking pictures?
I'm doing a video.
Oh,
yeah.
Video?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
For my YouTube channel. For my YouTube channel?
YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's talk about the real estate in Cary, North Carolina. At the moment, it is one of the most desirable places to move to. Most people are actually inquiring about within that triangle area, as you can imagine, for some of the reasons I already mentioned above. Therefore, the home prices are relatively creeping up slowly but surely. Some of the favorite neighborhoods that a lot of people inquire about, you have McGregor Downs, you have Preston, you also have the Regency neighborhoods. So those are some neighborhoods that you can go ahead and keep in mind and kind of take a look at. And speaking of Preston and McGregor Downs, those are actually two of those places that have one of the best golfing communities. So if you're somebody that loves golfing, I'm not a big fan, I don't know what really goes on out there. If you want to teach me, by all means, I'm all here. But those are two of those communities that have a really good golf course that you can go ahead and check out. And this is why you guys reach out. It's because I'm here. Not only can I share with you guys my personal experiences, but I'm also witnessing it all happen right in front of my eyes. Now, if you don't want to move to the wrong area, make sure to go ahead and give me a call, shoot me a text, email, day or night, heck, maybe even on the weekends. Always remember one thing: I got your back in this market. Now, let me paint this scenario for you really quickly. You just got off of work, or better yet, it's the weekend. You want to find something to do, and you just don't know what to do in Cary, North Carolina. I'm going to share with you a few things that you can do in Cary, North Carolina, and you tell me if it's worth your time. So let's start with the amphitheater. The amphitheater is one of those places where you're going to have a various amount of events. I mean, if you're looking for a concert, family, fun, movies, if you're looking for the annual beer event that goes down there, bourbon, you guys know how I love my bourbon, right? But if you're also that person that loves just barbecue, you want to be down south for a reason, because barbecue is a really big thing here. They have a barbecue festival. So those are some of the things you can expect at the amphitheater. Of course, you can go on and do your research and look at all the events that is going on all year round at the amphitheater in itself, and kind of get a gauge for yourself. Hey, does the amphitheater even fulfills your desires of what to do after work, or even on the weekends for yourself, for your kids, whoever else is tagging along with you? Then you have downtown Cary area. Now, I've had a few people mention to me like, hey, what is there to even do downtown Cary? There are a few things to do. I am not going to sugarcoat this. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what it is, and it's just not maybe what you expect. So I think personally in Raleigh, you're going to get way more out of Glenwood Avenue than you're going to get in Cary's downtown area completely. Of course, there are things that you can do, and of course what it is that you're looking for. If you're looking for more of a, hey, let's go crazy, let's go party, woo, go bar hopping and all that, you're better off going to Glenwood Ave in Raleigh. But if you're looking for something that you can go out and just go hang out at the bar, then yes, you could definitely find that in the downtown Cary area. But just don't expect anything to be raw. Like, it's, in my personal opinion, it is not meant for everyone. That's just how I'll keep it. And then you have the parks and the greenways. One of my favorite things to do is just be outdoors. And being in North Carolina, you can do that relatively majority out the year. I mean, I would say 3 months out the year is when you're kind of restricted, and if you don't like the cold, then that's why I say you're restricted, because again, it gets cold, and you can kind of take your cold to being what it is. But then you also have Bond Park, you have Hemlock's Bluffs. Those are two places that are really known parks in the area that you can go ahead and just enjoy nature and just go outside and just go for a walk. As you can see, I'm outside right now doing this video, and we're in January. I mean, this is just a beautiful thing. I know I mentioned annual beer events that happen at the amphitheater as well as bourbon, but they also have a ton of breweries all around the Cary, North Carolina area as well. I forgot the one that it's actually known for. There's one specific one that I cannot think off the top of my head that is actually really known in Cary. I'm not a beer drinker, guys. Again, I told you guys, I love my whiskey, I love my bourbon. So if you guys want to take me on the challenge of that, let's do it. Let's go out and go drink some. This one that I'm going to talk about right now is probably one of the most important ones, because this is the one that we do all the time, whether it's shopping for food, whether it's drinks, whether it's clothing. Now, you will not like that. I will say in the Cary, North Carolina area, don't expect yourself to be going on 30-45-minute drives just to find the nearest shopping plaza. I mean, just to name a few, and you guys can take a look at it yourselves, but you have Crossroads, you have Waverly Place, and then you have Kildare Shops. Not only that, but you have the very new place that was actually just developed not too long ago, and if I'm not mistaken, it is still in the works, Fenton, which is actually one of the luxury places that a lot of people go to go ahead and just do shopping, but at the same time, you can go out to get a drink, you can go out to eat, you can just go out to the movies there. So yes, you guys can do all these things in Cary, North Carolina. Now, of course, if you don't like any of these things because that's not your lifestyle, that is perfectly fine, because you also do have Raleigh right there, and then you also do have Durham right there, and you're surrounded by a ton of different towns and cities all around you. So it's really up depending on what it is that you even like to do to see if it's going to be right for you. I do want to add, because I think this is very important for anybody considering Cary, North Carolina, the Cary officials don't stop working on your behalf. They are always trying to be innovative and find new things to do. And just when you thought Fenton was it, they actually recently just announced that they are going to open the sports complex near South Hills Mall. So something like that is something that you can go ahead and look forward to. Now, I will say it's still in the beginning phases. I mean, I don't anticipate this to be done within anything close to 5 years from now. So that's something you could definitely keep in mind. But that's a place that's going to be really for the youth, the collegiate, those collegiate sports, the amateur sporting events, anything of that nature, you're probably going to find there. because Epic Games is actually headquartered in Cary, North Carolina. So you can expect as well e-gaming events of that nature, especially if your kids play Fortnite, then you know what Epic Games is right then and there. So this is a big complex that if it does come to fruition and actually happens, as I mentioned, it's still in the early phases. I think they are continuously making progress. This is going to be one major attraction to Cary in itself. It seems to me the people that typically move to Cary, North Carolina are seeking for a better quality of life, whether it's the area, the weather, the sense of community, where it's located. So if you're one of those individuals seeking for that better community of life or just better something, that number that's popping up right there, make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, email, day or night, heck, maybe even on the weekends, and let's get you relocated. Maybe it's Cary, maybe it's something close to Cary, I don't know, but whatever it is, I'm sure we can figure it out. I'm sure we can get right down to it. So again, go give me a ring and let's get to it, guys.